right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Case. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.
Welcome back to StarSeries and I-League here for the European qualifiers. We're into map 2 between Heroic and Tricked. In case you're just joining us, you missed a bit of an epic. Inferno was the map pick over Heroic, and it went all the way to 25-23 on the overtime. In the end, it was Heroic to just secure their own map pick, but Tricked, they're looking confident on our second map. It's Overpass. It's their own map pick.
Let's hope they can make that recovery, because if you remember what we said towards the start of it, Jay, we said Tricked probably don't look the best coming into map number 1, and Heroic should be able to walk away with that, but you still give Tricked a chance on Overpass. What unfolded before our eyes was an incredible first map, with Heroic just about clinching it out in the end, 25-23. And with the change over to Overpass, this is where Tricked have recently taken down Sprout in this tournament. They fell to Windigo, but had a 16-14 victory over MIBR just a couple days back, or a week and a bit ago. And they've had a really good streak of rounds or wins versus Gamer Legion, Heretics. You've got the likes of then some lower teams like Ambush and Illuminar in there. But overall, it has always been a fairly positive map for them. And although Heroic have never really struggled here too poorly, they had that 16-0 loss to Gamer Legion that we're just going to ignore because it was mental. But you still give them a pretty good chance in Overpass, and the fact that obviously they've got a 1-0 advantage is going to help them out quite a bit. Moving into the pistol, you got no kits being bought up by the CT side of Heroic, no utility, which is quite interesting. Instead, stacking down towards the connector. This is a very unusual pistol. They've given up B completely, and it works out for them. That's the first time I've seen that strategy being used in officials.
How? How? That should not work. But it did. That makes no sense whatsoever, but I'm speechless. I genuinely don't know what to say to that. That's ridiculous. 4 picks, easy as that. No trades for Tricked. Hundens alone. We'll get 1 kill on Cadian, but bombs in CT control. This crossfire set. This is... I didn't expect this. I didn't expect this whatsoever.
I guess if you just take a more intricate look at the setup, as long as you've got a player looking for the A push, you've got connector control, right? You know that. Even if you miss the opening duel, you miss a lot of shots, you have so many players that you have to win connector control. Like, it's almost impossible to lose it. If you've got a player spotting for the A rush, you'll have the information and the ability to react up quickly. If they push A, they'll imagine that the one guy that they spot is now hightailing it back towards the site. They'll flood in, and you can flank them from connector and destroy them. And if they go B, you'll notice no contact on A, and maybe very little to no contact down in con. Then you can rotate in quite quickly, come in through, take short control together. It's a very interesting strategy. Now Tricked realize what has happened, and instead they're stacking down towards B on their weaker buy. But again, it's Heroic now not trying any ludicrous strategies. They're playing a little bit more towards the norm. The flash gets Tricked out of Monster, but very little on the back of it. Borup does fall alongside Stavin, actually. That's some good damage done by Tricked.
Yeah, 5-on-3 off the back of a full eco. Oh, did I say 5-on-3? 1v3, excuse me. Off the back of a full eco. Not half bad. But a core with the SMG. Seeing what else, what other damage you could do. You could potentially get a one-shot headshot on Snappy, which would be a decent enough pickup for the CT side. Again, I said CT side, I meant to say T side. Wow, I'm starting this one off on a very good note here, Mitch. That core is left with a bomb on his back. No utility to enter towards A, but at the same time, nobody else defending A for the heroic side. So we should be seeing a bomb plant come through, assuming he gets there in time. And even then, I made that mistake as well, because the tag is at the back of the bomb site. Oh my god. Mitch, you want to take over for me and do the rest of this cast? I'm not having a great day.
Why not? I'll see you later, Jay. It's been a good... You know, we've obviously had a very long first map, so it's forgivable for sure. A-Core's not going to get a lot done. Every time I've said that, players have come through with 2 or 3 Ks. I was trying to help them out, but it's not to be. Still, like we said, amazing damage done for Tricked. This is a really solid start for them, considering you're coming in with Glocks and still finding 2 kills. Be more than happy. Heroic have built up a bit of cash here, a couple SMG kills going through, and alongside that, obviously saving over their three rifles is going to help them. Tricked have got their Kriegs to work with, 1 AK on Roje, and a lot of utility. And you can see, despite losing the opening 2 rounds, Tricked come out of this with the better position financially, although neither teams have a lot of cash in the bank, and Heroic even have a little bit more. They come in with an SMG and some lighter utility coming into the later stages of the round.
And of course, on the back of that full eco, you can get the full rifles out, so Tricked an understandable way to move into this round. Getting up the rifles at the heroic side, though, as the flashes come in, and Tricked try and play around the defaults, try and bait out some of the CT players, try and find a way in to the A bomb site in particular, the bomb on the back of Hunden. He's going in the bathrooms, a little bit mid-control established by a Tricked, again, just around these very passive positions, and Heroic will respond with passiveness of their own, you know, just to stand a boost up here past the dumpster wall. Now the utility gets set up with a smoke. 2 smokes going down, I believe, out to the cross, and ooh, I believe that was a missed smoke onto the dumpster area. It's not going to matter too much because that's attack still boosted up here, but they've covered off that basis. Cadian back at the bomb site. Flashbangs will go through. Nice spray in from Cadian. Nessa tag gets a secondary kill as well onto Hunden. 5 on 3 as Cadian is traded back. The bomb's been dropped though, and time has been stalled for here in the part of Heroic. Snappy makes his way up in advanced angles. And then tag lines up 2 more kills. Bubsky gets that trade. Be the last man left standing up for a second kill, but Starvin is able to shut it down. 3 kills for Esatag though. A great defensive held on the A site.
Just spotting here, Jay, that there's a possibility that I'm slightly ahead of you on the restream.
12, 11, 10.
No, I'm on 8.
Okay.
We're gonna have to refresh again.
Let's run a quick refresh right now, just make sure we're all synced up.
You call it, Jay. You call the countdown.
3, 2, 1, 0 into
Boom.
round. We good?
All right. 48? 47?
Nope, 50, 49.
Oh,
Bloody
yes,
hell.
that's what I'm talking about.
Here we go. This is going to be fun.
Oh, wait, are you 42? 41?
41, 40, 39.
I got on your wavelength.
What a legend.
Look at that.
What a legend.
Okay.
We are
Sorry,
in sync.
for viewers have got no idea what's happening right now. Basically, we're both looking at a clean feed, so it's like think of it as a YouTube video, but it's a live stream. So we've got to make sure we're timed up at the same time, and sometimes, you know, technology just won't let you sync it up. But we've managed to do it. Oh my God, Cadian. He's taken 3 with the MP9, going out for a little bit more, turns over to the USP, and Borup comes up behind to keep the SMG machine rolling. So much money made by Heroic just now, and Tricked get nothing done. Not even a rifle dropped. Heroic are 4-0 up, and what a start this is. $8,000 on Cadian. That is phenomenal.
Well, you talked about things not lining up. Well, Trick certainly lined up for Cadian today. 3 kills, as you mentioned. $1,800 gained off the kill money alone. So, Heroic with a confident start on their CT side. A bit uncharacteristic, I want to say, from Tricked at this stage. A little bit awkward, I won't lie. Heroic towards the end of that last map, well, looking like they were on form. And here, Tricked may be suffering to that form a little bit. Still got a 4-buy here in the max loss bonus round. Esatag will start things off to Roage, excuse me. The call will get the trade back on Starvin towards mid, so damage being done to both sides, but in the end it is Heroic that come out with the HP advantage above the AWPer. Snappy ready on a very passive angle. Shush! Will be silenced as Snappy It's that frag with the AK currently picked up by the CT forces. Tricks are going to go right back into the B setup. Hunter getting a bit aggressive over towards Monster. That's the bomb as well. If they get that kill, then that might be round over right there and then with no chance for Trick to recover. Incendiary, the nades, damage done to the IGL as Cadian looks around that corner, but not ready for Bubsky peeking up from all short. Tag only man there. He does drop that bomb, but got to deal with the second player. If he gets this, then there you go. That should be no chance for a core.
Shot in the back, so definitely not a hope in hell. That's going to be Heroic through with another round. What we have to look at is that generally we see a really good performance on the T side from Tricked here. They average when they start on the T side. The reason I say that is because then you're guaranteed they played all 15 rounds. They averaged 9 rounds. It's the same for their CT. And so that's a phenomenal T side for Overpass. But the issue for them here is they're facing off against Heroic, who've typically always been very good CT side Overpass. It's where they get the majority of their rounds. You saw it against Prosto and Smash just a couple of days ago. Mouse Sports even struggled. They managed 7 rounds, but considering the difference that there should be between Mouse and Heroic, that's a relatively decent scoreline. And showing off their strong CT start, but again, we've seen things switch around when it comes to buy rounds later on in halves before, and for Tricked, this could be no different. Obviously, this time, we shouldn't see too much of a change as they're coming in with the majority of Deagles and a CZ. Not the easiest of rounds to play with. Just manages to find an opening duel on Acadian. Aggresses further forward, not landing the kill, unfortunately, but Snappy didn't quite get the spray onto the third player. Good economy damage done by Tricked and an AK retrieved, although Roger is very low. So it's effectively still a Deagle. If he misses the headshot, as you see, he gets 2 or 3 more bullets out before he dies. And so 6-0. Heroic keep on rolling. But they did sustain a little bit of economy damage. It's a small start.
Yeah, but a bigger start from Heroic again is starting to get concerning for Tricked. It is their T side, so there is that much to take into account, but even so, you know, it must expect at least a close half from Tricked before they bring the comeback on that CT side. So Heroic currently in a fantastic position and may well be taking control. M4's back out again, I guess the buy it here from the Tricked side. Like max loss bonus, they're just investing their ecoing as you would expect out of the economy game, trying to see if they can gain an advantage out of here. And indeed, they've all made up Borup and Cadian out towards short as Cadian spots out Bubsky but can't take him down. The nade will not catch over as Bubsky falls back out of position, knowing exactly when to retreat. Meanwhile, the T's will push forward over in the mid position. 4 players there, including the AWP of a core. The Lurker trying to try and keep the CT's at bay over on the B site. As aggression does come through from Tag, you won't be aware of Shush pushing in behind him. And Snappy tries to hold the mid defensive. Shush will try and look for this frag back against the CT line. But Tag has got himself out of dodge. So great timing on the Heroic side, and they've gained a mountain of information. They may even get a kill off the back of this. That's the bomb, that's the AWP, that's massive for Heroic.
It is traded back by Hunden. Tag obviously maintaining a lot of this control. He takes the AWP. Looking for the duel towards the B side of things. He's bailing back up though. The timing doesn't quite work out for him as Bubsky now reclaims the bomb. Another frag goes down onto Stavin, and Tricked are looking good to claim their first buy round. Their first round, rather, on the board. And their second buy round, I think. Flash down into Monster. Borup is trying to get a little bit frisky, but that position is so heavily checked. There's nothing he can really do about that. Peeked out from short. Cadian's got a 1v4 to think about. They have plenty of cash, so, look, he can go for it, but it's probably advisable to go for the save. Even though there's money for the next round, you got to think about the long game. It's very early half. We're only getting into the beginning of the buy rounds. And if you give away an AWP now, that's massive reinvestment that you have to make for the next. And for very little chance. If it's a 1v2, he goes for it. 1v1, 100%. But 3 or 4 players to take out with an AWP by yourself and get a defuse without a kit, you know, there's maybe too many win conditions there.
Yeah, and it seems he agrees with you on that front. You can see that first round, the Trick coming in quite late on this particular case. Keeping 4 players alive, so now they can bolster and try and look to another confident round. Plays against the rebuy of the Heroic side, and I think the money line just comes up to another buy after the fact as well. Maybe. We'll have to see specifically how the cash flow works and how many kills they can get as well. If they can get those extra $300 frags, then might change the complexion of the main line a little bit. But it is about a $2,000 float with Cadian significantly lower to buy that AWP. There's nades in, trying to do some early damage on the utility for the CT forces. Not a lot of mid-control held out by Heroic. Again, they're going to leave a pretty crucial part of the map open, but they will gain a lot of long control for it, so they might push in and flank Tricked or just expect them to come towards the position in general. Either way, Heroic just waiting and baiting and hoping that Tricked to make their way into their crosshairs, and slowly they will start to push up a bit more aggressive as we enter the second minute of the round.
I'm looking at Tricked going down towards the B site. That means you're probably going to see these A players faking it out a little bit and then coming down through connector to support and take short control. And the issue is that they haven't got, it's been quite a while since they're anywhere near this part of the map, so connector is very much an unknown for them and still risking further scrimmage on A. This could be a little bit risque. But they go down eventually. Stush is there. He's chilling down towards the door. Pushing out into short. His teammates have already covered that. He was there to support in case a peek came through. It's a tag that twice now he's just been timing on another level. Cadian eliminated an Essa tag with his back turn, doesn't stand a chance. And the A side opens up. On up we go. Let's bail away from B. You've even got a player lurking on short. Check that out there as Bubsky takes down Stavin. Over in the A side, obviously we're seeing this skirmish come down. Not do a whole lot. Borup's being ticked by the Molotov. I don't know. No one was close enough to hear that. You can see based on where they're aiming. They haven't got the intel, but he's in a 1v4. Saving is not really possible. They know there's a player on B. You know there's at least 2A. With one unknown, where do you go to save? Like, nowhere is fundamentally safe. So I'm surprised he doesn't push towards the side to try and get it done, but he wants to. Like, saving is the right call, don't get me wrong. It's just because there's so many factors floating around there that, you know, there could be a player literally anywhere.
Another confident round again from the Trick side. Finally, after the 6 rounds they lost in a row to Heroic as well, like, this is a nice way to get yourself back in. It looks like that the buy might be justifiable for Heroic. Again, a couple of players that will be a little bit low. Cadian in particular is one of those. I don't think they can justify the AWP buy unless Borat wants to drop it, which actually might be a bit more justifiable, but either way, they're going to take a moment to think about this. Small tactical timeout being called by the Heroic side to try and figure out how they want to get back into this one, because Tricked have managed to make a start. Now looking a bit more confident in this T side. If they can take another round away from Heroic, then that will reset the economy for certain. That will be an eco, and that will be Tricked within 2 of the CT lead. As indeed, yes, Borup does buy that AWP, drop it out to Cadian. Then the rest of the M4s should follow suit as well for the CT forces. Starvin might go SMG. Depends on what he thinks about it. Certainly not having the lights out performance in the early part of this game than he did over on Inferno. That honor goes to Essa-Tag at this stage. And yeah, Starvin will go MP9 with full set of utility. They're into the next buy round for Heroic, but you can see the investment. A lot going into this one. Heroic need to come out with a victory.
The recovery has been there from Tricked so far. This is a big test for them. AWP out for Cadian. You can see he's swinging over towards... I lost him for a second. Yeah, it is in toilets. I started thinking he was on B for some reason. But what's odd about that setup is that Essa-Tag is holding up more aggressive, and Cadian's sort of the support player with the AWP. He's looking for the instant peak so that Essa-Tag could swing at him and find it afterwards. Normally, you'd see Cadian playing a little bit more aggressive, pushing up through the toilets, with Essa-Tag supporting him if he needs to fall back. That's exactly what Essa-Tag will effectively do at this point. Nade's going to go out. They found themselves another opening, but it's traded back so quickly. Into a 3 versus 3. Snappy tucked in the corner. Shouldn't be expected this early on to be here. It was a very preemptive rotate coming through. They'd read that the B hit wasn't going to be committed to, and you can see Roche, he only kind of subconsciously clears it, right? Nice kill to follow up as well, so it's all onto A-core and he can't find it. But you can see there that I think it was Bubsky only he flicked over for a second to see if there was anyone there and immediately flicked back and then kind of processed, oh wait, that's a dude. It was Roje, yeah. You could see it. And that's kind of, it feeds back into just you don't expect Snappy to be there. So a good read and a fast rotation gets them a free double kill, essentially.
And that kill transfer being turned onto a low HP player helps that factor as well. So Snappy, hero of the A site and hero of the 7th for Heroic. Of course, Trick building up a bit of an economy base will start to buy down once again. Nades in and Molotovs against their position over at T-Con does a lot of early damage there. Origin, a core down to 66 and 63 respectively. There's Trick, try for the early aggression, try and get an opening kill, but Heroic aren't giving it to them. Continuing to play their passive default standard lines. Take it over to the bathrooms area where they've got Snappy and S-Tag once again set up for first contact alongside Cadian in that mid position. So a bit more pushed up, a bit more like you would have expected. Using the half wall, the entrance to utilize a bit of cover as flashes go in, and the AWP of a core does not see anyone here in the long position. They're still hiding out in the bathrooms, Snappy in particular, just waiting for them around that corner. They could line up for him again. The flashbang in though, blind spree does so much damage, so tradable by S-Tag. Indeed, he maintains the man advantage for the CT side. 4 on 3, bomb drop. He doesn't know it just yet, but it doesn't matter because his teammates are reciprocating with the kills.
Oh, the tag heard there. He knows where S-Tag is, at least inside the Molotov. But that information was already very much gained when he found a double kill. It just ensures him that he hasn't, no clipped out of there. S-Tag eliminated and ready on the angle. A-Core is not able to find the second kill, unfortunately, with a smoke down in toilets to ensure safe passage. He picks up a creek for the close range fight. Oh, that was a very smart move. He knows it's an AWP on the corner, jumping over to see if he could maybe avoid the bullet. But Cadian just patiently staring at him like, what are you doing up there, bro?
There's no better way to play that out, just unfortunate timing with the AWP ready and waiting for him. Now leave us at 6 rounds difference. Heroic leading by quite the margin early on in this one. Tricked, meanwhile, back on another force buy round. It will be a little bit weaker than the last one with 4 rifles coming out and 1 SMG. Still could be enough to contend against the Heroic side, but these defaults have not been working out. Oh, the nade damage from Snappy. Timing it so well. Tricked again, lose a massive HP advantage, and that's the issue. They're getting traded and killed so quickly here. Borup so close against Shush. He's running through the Molotov, getting so much damage done. 100 and Shush so exploitable, and Snappy starving. They all get kills between them. 3 kills for Snappy in particular, and the core is left alone. They just can't handle the early damage being posted up by Heroic, and they'll get another 9th. A 4K for Snappy. So confident in that round hold.
Again, Snappy underrated. He's top fragging now with 13 kills and 4 assists. And this is what we like to see. Heroic have been impressive at the worst of times, really. Like, you look at them in the previous game, obviously Stavin was a huge reason that they were taking it over the line, but the comment we were making was that they were barely edging towards overtimes, never mind victories, even with a player playing as insane as he was. As he was. And yet, at this point, Stavin is now bottom fragging. He's having the slowest of performances, but his teammates are there to back it up. Now with Borup falling, opening up a huge hole in the defense, Stavin is all alone. So he's going to get tested down towards the B bomb site. Bubsky's coming for him in low HP, so he finds the frag. But then you've got 3 terrorists to worry about on B, plus the flanks coming down, but they recover it. Snappy coming in for a little bit more. Deagle to death. And a 2v2 evolves. They know where Stavin is. So it all comes down to Cadian. He's the unknown quantity and the one that can maybe catch them by surprise. Stavin seems to have a read on the fly. Incoming down connector. He doesn't. I take it back. USP comes out. That's a weird panic move. Yeah. Can actually imagine him jumping in his chair there and just hitting off 2 by accident. USP kill for Cadian. Standard enough. Why not? And A-Core, who failed to find the kill on the Stavin despite 2 tags with the Deagle. I think one was through the wall. As you can see, Stavin is still 38 HP. So A-Core's going to have a rough time making this work now.
Well, Deagle out. If there's one gun that could get this done, it would be this one. The one out in the open, they're playing so passively on this CT side. Even grabbing that AWP, so what can you do with what he's given with? 20 seconds. He's got to make noise. He drops down. AWP scoping up. No, not yet. Now they know where he is, and Cadian can peek out and strike. Nicely done. So well played from Heroic. So passively played from them. Not even going to grab the AWP as well for Cadian, which is a confusing move on paper, but they've got money, so they can have no problem affording the AWP for this round. If they even want to go for it in the first place. Right now, they're just having a stellar time with the rifles. Yeah, Cadian will invest. AK gets passed around towards Starv, and the M4 is also in play. Does mean the economy is going to be a little bit lower than Heroic would like. 3 players going down in that last round. And Tricked in the AWP back for their side on a cause part of things. Cadian with the tag in the mid position, looking to try and face first, but not getting up towards the stairs in time, meaning that Tricked will be able to get there and contest them, probably get the opening kill as well. So once again, very smart play from tag. Meanwhile, Bob is aggressive and catches Bobski with utility in his hand. The first rifle falls for Tricked again, these defaults. Aggression played perfectly from Heroic. They will lose the trade back, but Bob does get a bit of a tag off on Hunden, so down to 53 HP. Again, Heroic hold the advantage, and you've seen how easily they can trade these low HP players. Imagine this round might already be going to their favor. Cadian secure a shot on towards one more. Snappy gets a second kill on Hunden if you weren't sure already. 3 versus 2, and Tricked. A hell of a corner to fight their way out of, and they haven't even got bomb control.
That's the major factor, right? The fact that the bomb is down, it really corners them into a certain style of play. The issue for me here with them still spreading out for A control. No, okay, we're going down to connector. That makes a little bit more sense. Because A-Core is coming down the ladder. Roj on the stairs. You've got a good chance to pincer anybody that's in there. At the moment, though, they won't be spotting anybody. And eventually, presumably, never mind. Looks like they're going back up towards A. Looks like they don't know where they're going, to be honest. But eventually, the decision made, it's going to be A that they slowly walk towards. The toilets has been cleared out by tag. He's walked all the way through, made sure that they're not on long. You can see the rotates down to B. This has worked out so damn well for Tricked. Flash goes over. That gives away the intention, though. tag's still here on long. Picks up one with a headshot. It's all down to A-Core. AWP 1v3. 12 seconds. He has to get that bomb planted in the next 5 or so. Oh, what is that shot? In what world does that hit? Doesn't look like he even meant for it to be landing there. Can I just flick around and see where it lands? But no, that's worked out. It's worked out okay. Heroic get the defuse, they lose 3 players, and Tricked get a whole lot more done in that late round situation than you would expect, especially with a bomb plant. That's a huge positive.
Didn't expect that one. Watch it one more time, I think. Oh, or not, okay. I thought we were going to watch the no-scope, or the quick-scope, but no. Just watch a fluff instead. Why not? Heroic. Still up 11 in spite of those small mistakes. And 9 rounds, excuse me, in the lead. As Cadian gets a wallbang, Snappy gets a wallbang, headshots galore. Everyone's just falling in towards its connected position. Roedge and Akor very quickly left as the only 2 players alive for Tricked. 25 seconds into the round. And again, it's already a 12th round. There's nothing they can do about this. You know, they've proven themselves that they haven't been able to come back out of these situations. And even the backstab coming in from Borup, Roedge will be able to deal with him, but 21 HP. tag moving in against his teammate of Akor. Will they go for the knife? Well, no, he just wants to secure the kill instead. Round the corner is the next player. Does get taken down. 3 players alive. And 10 rounds in the lead for Heroic. This is not what I expected. Not the trick that we thought was going to come out to play on Overpass today.
Not after that first map. I mean, like, I thought... so, coming into the game, I think Heroic are going to take the first map convincingly. And it goes into, like, what, 3 OTs? So then you're thinking, okay, right. That means when we swap over, Trick to put up such a good fight on map 1 that they should be able to dominate when it comes to Overpass, or at least bring us to a map 3. 99%. 12-2 is not, you know, the best of scorelines. In all honesty. Fighting for the last round, you're potentially walking away with 3, which even with the pistol... I mean, at this point, if they do not get a 3rd, the pistol round could literally lose them the game immediately. They find an opening duel onto tag, which is really important, but A-Core is quite low. But, oh, very nice that they all stack up on the wall. Immediately just delete Snappy. Cadian's there with an op. What do you do at this point? They're just going to pincer you all around. He finds one being spammed through the wall. He's going to get pushed in the back in just a second. But Borup's there to help out. Oh, the headshot, but no further bullet to finish it off. It's just coming in with a Glock. And he finds himself in onto Cadian. I thought he'd taken board, but it was actually Roger that helped out on that frag. Well, that was a quick Glock double kill in round 15. That would have been mental.
Well, not to be. It looks like it might be Trick taking this 15th round, though. Starman's going to try and contest that. One kill on Bubsky. Flash round the corner, looking onto the bomb site, but both players out towards mid. Close cubby in far mid areas. Taps on towards the low HP AWP, but in the end, Shush does get the 4K. And they do save a little bit of a consolation prize here for the Trick side. 12-3. Favor to Heroic still. Such a massive deficit to overcome. And for Trick, again, the only consolation they have is the fact that they have to go up against their CT side now. This is their best way back in. Because the CT side of Heroic has been pretty monster in the past. Excuse the pun. And Tricked now with their own better side up to play for here. But they need a pistol, most importantly. If they lose the pistol on the part of Heroic, this probably could be GG, and we will be seeing and deciding the team that goes forward to represent Europe in the StarSeries event in Belek. So very important pistol for Trick to be able to win out here, and I'm not sure they've actually had the best of results on pistols on this map in particular. Been a bit 50-50 for them. So again, this is not the Trick that I expected to see come out on this map, Mitch.
No, it's shocking for sure. And you're getting a little bit of a pause as these guys are delaying a little bit to ready up for the next half. And I'm going to just go ahead and assume that that's Tricked. They need time because this pistol is so important. Whoever wins this pistol... No, that's a lie. If Heroic win the pistol, they walk away with the win. 90%. Probably even more. If Tricked win the pistol, they're in with a small chance of recovery. But don't get it twisted. I don't want to oversell their chances. Their CT side is good, but my favorite thing about Tricked has always been their terrorist side and Overpass is why I like to see them pick it. I think they perform really well consistently on it against some good teams. We saw it against Sprout, Aristocracy, okay against Windigo, but they got I think about 7 rounds against MIBR, and even the likes of Gamer Legion that we've seen Heroic struggle against, Tricked put up a very good performance on. And somehow they've only got 3 rounds here. I understand that they lose the pistol and that they lose the force buy-in and the eco, but then almost every single gun round goes the way of Heroic, which just shouldn't have happened. Where the win conditions for Heroic coming onto this map, where Stavin continues to be god tier, he doesn't. He's 9 for 6. He's not doing bad, but compared to the last map where he had 42 kills in 30 rounds, it's a little bit of a step down. But then you've got Snappy coming in there, Esatag as well, Cadian on 14. Everybody has such a tight-knit performance towards the top of that scoreboard. And from Heroic, that's what they were missing on the previous map. Trick, they're missing a lot, especially Bubsky. His manipulation of ramp. Even though, if you recall the T side that Tricked had on Inferno, Bubsky got lit down at the start of, I would say, at least 30% of the rounds by nades and Banana because he was going for early pushes. And a lot of the time, he was the one just charging up Banana to find an early duel, which he got traded out on quite a bit. So a lot of negative performances there based on the playstyle that he was being sent on or sending himself on. And yet still, he finished with a really well-rounded performance. Right here, he's struggling to get on the board at all. And it's not just him. It's just the entirety of Trickter gaining very little traction at the moment, which is, again, just very unusual to see on their favorite side, I suppose, of Overpass. Boys are taking their time.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But, like, do you think this is going to be like, okay, maybe it's a tech issue. Obviously, we never know these things, so it's all just guessing. But I imagine at the moment they're sat down going, guys, what the frickety frick happened on our T side? How has this not worked? Like, what's going wrong? What do we need to fix? People are probably going to get water, punch a wall or something. Just get it out of the system. I'd love to hear the comms right now. I wouldn't understand them because they'd be in Danish. I'd love to hear the comms in English right now.
Always going to make sure they're in English, mate. But nah.
I remember...
Like,
do you remember watching those old streams? The TeamSpeak streams?
Yeah, no, I do
Man,
remember.
I love those.
Mate, old El Clasico in Counter-Strike, mate. They still used to have those back in the Source days. Like, That was just getting into CS way back.
We
in
had them like
2009.
2015.
Did we really?
I think it was the last time. Yeah, we were talking about it last night on one of the shows. It was like 2015. The last game I think that had it was Cloud9 versus Fnatic. Don't know, maybe Katowice. I can't remember which tournament. But they used to be, because I remember watching NIP and they were obviously speaking Swedish. No idea what they were saying, but it's just cool to listen to. Like whenever a push is coming down, they're like, "Oh, no, no, no!" They're all just shouting.
Oh man, I miss those, dude. It's so fun, so much fun. We should bring those back. We should ask Starladder. We should ask them to bring them back for Season 8 LAN. I'll have a chat with the people at Starladder. See if we can get it sorted. Because that would just be so sick.
I think it's the players that are against it though, because it gives away so much of, like, you don't have to look at the play-ins. Yeah. No. You're not looking at it going, I think they're trying to do this. You're going to hear them go, let's do this, smoke, to go here. Like, then you know exactly what they're doing. But conversation's over anyways. Trickter hopefully feeling a little bit better about where they stopped at. It can't be easy, especially after losing such a close map 1. Imagine playing triple overtime to just end up losing the map anyways. After you had match point in regulation, you had match point in the first overtime, you lose it, and then you get 12-3'd. I actually don't think... I can imagine how negative they must be feeling right now.
Got to be pretty down in the dumps. Don't imagine there could be any positive feeling in the world for Tricked, and already they're starting things off on the bad foot as one player gets tagged, another one gets taken down. Shush desperately trying to cover towards the monster position, and up here towards the boost spot gets down one player. That is the bomb being dropped. Hunden also reciprocates, but Snappy trades to 3 versus 3 with Starvin tapping on through back over to the jungle position, and Heroic fall the hell back out of the B site. A core here to cut them off out towards Monster. Oh, Snappy lands a great headshot on the cross. And the man advantage tips back to the favor of the Heroic side. Now they've got dominion over the site, over the map, I should say, actually, as well. Bubsky and Hunden forced to split up, forced to put one player on A, one player back at B. It's that man advantage we were talking about, the spread out setup from the CT forces. It's Heroic forced to move into Monster. Bubsky ready for the taps against them. Starvin, 2 players line up. He does get 1 headshot, but Esatag ends up with that frag regardless. Hunden left alone to retake. 45 seconds to do so here. Heroic needs to push into the bomb site eventually, but they might wrap back in against the man. They look to rotate out of B site once again.
Look at Hunt. Oh, he turns around just in time, but not finding the shot. And a hard one to hit. Losing the pistol round here has got to just be a final nail in the coffin. Just on a morale level. After that lengthy pause, I mean, conveniently at halftime, we don't know. Look, the thing is, we don't know what they were talking about. We don't know why it was called. It could have been a tech issue. Someone could have spilled their water on their keyboard. You never know. But it seems quite likely that it was going to be a lengthy discussion. Even if there was a tech issue, bet how that half went. And I don't think anyone's going to come out of that smiling. Tricked on the CT side, maybe they'll feel a little bit more comfortable. They certainly didn't feel it on the attacking, but losing the pistol and then forcing up directly afterwards, which again, 100% of the time in this tournament, the Tricked have lost the pistol, they force spot. Regardless of map, regardless of what team they're against. Often you will see it, regardless of whether it's T-side with a bomb plant or without, they just force buy. And I like that approach. I think it's statistically favorable enough to go for it. But they're not winning the opening duel. Roje does trade back 1, but eliminated after. Usually this is about economy damage this round. Well, I mean, you're full force, so you're not going to get a benefit in the next, but we can draw positives if they find 3 to 4 kills, but that's not really the case here. It's too late for any of that sort of long game stuff. Tricked have to make it happen now. With a man disadvantage, a double scout setup is their best possible chance. Cadian's already spotted out. One of the scouts gets lit up and makes it away. For now, he crosses over as well. Damage done on Down. It's not terrible. Borup catches him by... Oh, the nade kill. No, not the nade kill. It doesn't go down quite low enough. Sjush is there to help them as they try to hunt Hunden. It's into a 3v3. This is winnable now.
Yeah, it could well be. If that nade went off, though, then I would have counted this one out already. They rotate back to the A bomb site, and now Hunden left alone with a Mac 10, and the only player defending the B site as well. They may have given up their chances here, Tricked. 20 seconds on the clock. One scout pushing into heaven, the other one pushing out towards the jungle area. Shush going to try and cut off somebody here as the Molotovs go down, missing that shot on the bomb planter, and that's crucial enough because the defuse Well, the bomb plant can't be denied here. The defuse has to come through from 2 players that don't even have kits. Good wallbang damage, but the second phase doesn't happen. Bubsky takes him down. It's all to him. 1v3 for the 3K, trying to pick up a rifle USP in hand. He does get a second kill, but now he desperately needs that UMP. He needs to take the full 10 seconds and everything. Krieg tapped on the bomb. And I'm going to face around the corner against Starvin. This is a 1v1 that could be easily won by him. Spot on the AK, spray through, and Starvin lands the headshot. Bubsky over-aggressing too far in this one, but no other choice than to go for the frag. 14-3. And for Tricked, just how much worse can it really get for them? Oh, the nade stack. Is this going to be big? Oh, it does loads of damage. A core. Credited with the frag in this case on towards the T-side players. So maybe this eco could go a little bit better with it, Mitch. As of right now, though, a couple more frags coming through. Eventually the T's will be able to maintain control. Shush gets 1 good kill on the USPs. The bomb plant secured. And Trick, 2 rifles to work with, but they still got a task ahead of them again with no Kevlar and low HP on 2.
Yeah, with both Shush and Roje being low, well, Trick are not going to be going for this, but saving over those 2 Kriegs could be huge for them. Roje sitting around looking for a little bit more. And he's actually right next to Cadian now. It is a Mac-10, and if he dies to the Mac-10, it's a little bit of extra cash for Cadian to work with. It won't be ideal, but you're talking 15-3 at this point. Yeah, that's easily Cadian's kill. He sees the shadow. Just finds the exit frag on the Borup, and that should be an easy save of the Kriegs. Unless they find a building to jump off of or type kill on console. They'll be carrying those through to the next. Now, Heroic. They're looking strong. They've got to lose 12 consecutive rounds before Tricked have an opportunity to take it to an overtime to then have to play their T-side again where they didn't get a lot done in the bye rounds. They have to play their 3 consecutive bye rounds. But this is their chance to show us what they can do on the CT side. Let's look at it that way. I've seen a 14-1 comeback when a team lost their CT side 14-1 before, but it was tier 3 quite a while ago, but it was on this map. Maybe a little bit of hope for Trick. Push coming down very fast towards the B side. Instantly opened with a double by Bubsky, and that's the way we want to start a round like this off.
He was traded by S-Tag, though, leaving Shush alone and isolated. Monster's not contested. Sure is, though. And Heroic making a lot of noise to try and master the idea that they're going to rotate here. S-Tag continuing to spray through as they do receive some bullets back from the CT side forces, excuse me. 1 player over on the A site is all they have to defend that A bomb site. Heroic go really quiet in this one, leaving Trick second guessing themselves. There's no mid presence, they can't see them sneaking out and over from the connector area as a core. Let's get that jump face going with the AWP. Let's go back in over towards bathrooms. Indeed he will, or towards long. He's got too many angles to check at this stage. Again, completely without backup. We'll see the first T-side player though. Now call for some, and will be Roage there to support him. Not spotting the player out towards the small flower pot. He's got the tightest of angles to hit though. He still gets snappy. Nice head. Rolling over in the mid position. So Trick looking to maintain control. That bomb's going to rotate back over though as the smoke goes up towards bank to respond here from Heroic. Cadian with the Mac-10 though, the forward player's got to do so much damage, and he has got players without head Kevlar, so in theory this could work, but both of them are back over towards that B bomb site as S-Tag moves in with the bomb. This will be the ultimate sacrificial play if they can make this happen. 20 seconds on the clock. Moving in, spotted out by Hunden, and that's round over. No chance for Cadian. Will he die? Will he keep his Kevlar? Will he keep his Mac-10? Looks like he'll do the latter of those. And try and keep everything in to round number 20, because Tricked are going to take number 4 for their CT side and stay alive for at least a little bit longer.
I'm very surprised he didn't, because there was what, like 16, 17 seconds left when his teammate died? I'm surprised he didn't W. Ah, okay, I'm dumb. I didn't realize the Krieg was dropped over there. That's why. Because I was thinking he has a Mac-10 and 1950. If he rushes forward, maybe he gets a kill, but probably he dies, and then he gets money to buy up a rifle. If he saves, he gets a Mac-10 and has to play this round with it. But there was a Krieg across from him, which he went and got. Absolutely fair play. He left it till the last second, but it also made sense because he didn't want to be caught in the cross and then have to stand there in the open to save it over. Smart play by Cadian. Outbrained me anyways. Not that that's much of a surprise. For Tricked, 1 round at least found. They've won a buy round, Jay. They've done it. Now they just need to do it many, many more times without losing a single round.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? You know, all those rounds you need to find in a row for Tricked. 11 is such a difficult comeback to make. They will have a bit of a weird force buy from Heroic at the very least to at least get them started. If they can win against these Kriegs, then they will have an eco and a free round, so they should be looking at 15-6 again if they're able to win this next one. Maybe even 7 depending on the double eco status of Heroic. As Hunden looks up close first here in the bathrooms. We've got several T-side players. He's put one of the gap in the smoke. I think he may have done that small gap in the bottom left of it. Seen a footstep or a shadow or something of some kind. Maybe it's just good timing. Either way, though, he fired close and did not get any damage done to the Heroic players. One player playing close over along the AWP, still there on the bomb site to try and support them in defensive. Smokes come in, and Roage here could do so much damage, could get so much happening. He spots the spray, connects the 2, and almost the 3rd. Borup trades it, but Accord trades it right back, keeping the 2-man advantage for the CT forces. And now Heroic really being worn down. I think he spotted the shoulder of the next man. You know, as one of the bathrooms, Hunden tries to deal with him, does lose his life, but it should be traded so easy. He's on 6 HP, and the high HP player has fallen. The bomb's been dropped, and this is going to be 5 on the board for the Trick side.
Oh, don't speak too soon. Snappy's still alive, 6 HP. Snappy's dead.
What was that? Don't speak too soon.
Let's pretend nothing was said, Jay. Come on. 15-5. And it should be 16... no, it shouldn't be. It should be 15-6, rather. 6 is the other way around. That was nice by Roje, though. Playing like you got nothing to lose. Individual plays coming through from the CT side. And now they get a free round. Which, after I've said that, I now know that means Heroic are going to win this round. Because you can't keep going with caster curses and not expect them to happen. I like this going down through connector. They've been spotted. They're going to drop a flash over and push up through short. Molotov's in play, though. Trick know what's happening. Oh, no. They ran through the molly. Look at that HP.
They should get mopped up pretty easily. Not a problem whatsoever. 2 kills for Raish, kill for a core. Hunden and Bubsky also getting involved. Nice and easy, there you go. At the end of the day, it's an eco. You know, I've seen other such weird style utility players. Actually, I've seen a T-side rush down into the short tunnels over the B-bomb site with an incendiary thrown by an incendiary thrown by CT with a follow-up nade from one of the T-side players to do team damage, and that avoids the SMG kills. So, in some cases, it can be a bit smart. But in the end, it's all just playing fast and loose. They're not too worried about that round. Again, they've got so many to play for here, Heroic. So just take the eco on the chin, go to the rifles. The Kriegs are out, the AK also in for Borup. Nade from a court to try to do early damage. We'll tag up Starvin to 82. But most of the aggression is going to come through over towards the long position where Heroic is so ready for the stack up from Heroic.
Roje has got a core up behind him, but no flashes, actually. He decides to back off, and I think if there was a player there with a flash to throw in for him, probably would have went for the peak. Still quite aggressive. Acor should be able to support him on far with the AWP, while Roje tries to pick them off if they come out. Out they come. Good flash, though. Still Roje finds the kill. Hunden hears the steps, but it's a little bit too late. He'd already passed by Snappy in the smoke and is taken down. A fast rush towards the A site grants them control and makes Trick the terrorists, essentially. It's a plot twist as they come in through A long, and they're trapped in A long and toilets. Bomb plant to go down successfully by the looks of things, but Snappy does fall in the process. Trade back by Stavin. 3 versus 3 with the T's having the bomb planted. This is looking a little bit worse for wear for Trick. They know there's a player on long. Flash comes over. They're ready for it, though. Acor finds the kill. Scoped in on the AWP. Now down to a 2v3. Borup on the... I actually didn't even notice he's on the flank. This could be huge. Stavin just needs to buy time. You can see he ducks down so they won't see him. So this buys Borup a little bit more time to take the fight, to come up behind them. They'll suspect it eventually. He lines them up. He takes 2! And the bomb diffuser, he knows it's the last. Lots of damage done to Bubsky. This is for the map. This is for the series and the place in StarSeries I-League. Borup does it. Another huge clutch. And what a fantastic series from Heroic. They pull it on a 16-6 on Tricked's map pick after struggling so heavily on Inferno. That is out of this world.
I did not expect that. That should not have worked whatsoever. They took the contact player down. They took the man out towards mid. They took him out entirely, and now that's insane. That's such a 300 IQ player right there. I absolutely love it. And again, as you say, it will win Heroic the series and will win them their spot in Belek. They are the European team that will qualify above all others. And they will meet their opponents, the many invitees, plus I think we've still got to play the South American qualifiers. So even more action to come through later on down the line. But what a performance from them in the second map as well. And again, this is the one that we had pinned to be close. Right? We didn't expect Trick to go as close as it was in the first map, but we expected Overpass to be so good for them. In the end, it looks like they went a little bit choke mode in that last one, and they will not be making it through. Again, it's all Heroic. 2-0 in the series. They're taking the European spot in Belek. No comments from Mitch? Okay, that's fair enough. I was expecting you to come in and say something.
I thought we were done. My bad.
No. It's the end of the stream. I thought you were going to say something a bit. But if you want to end it, then it's okay. We can end it. It's all good.
I just wasn't ready. I thought you closed it. Okay. No, like, congratulations to Heroic. Trick put up a huge fight. Inferno's impressed me so much, and I think we can kind of read from that what generally happens with these kind of overtimes. They're so strenuous to play. I didn't check exactly how long, but that Inferno map was a long string of CS, no breaks. They had a small tech pause, but the most solace they got was maybe a minute. With that in mind, you play all of that, and let's say an hour and a half of CS, and then you lose. Can you imagine how that feels moving on to the next map? And then you lose the pistol, and then you lose the first buy round, and things just start to spiral. No matter how steadfast you are mentally and all that, it's got to be soul destroying to live through that. You finally pick up a buy round, you pick up a second, and then again you just get destroyed. It's like I feel really bad for them getting just shunned out of it like that, because the first map was so good and so close.
Well, unfortunately for Trick, they can't continue their incredible land run after the V4 Future Sports Festival. They'll have to take another opportunity later down the road. But it's still a victory for Denmark, because one of their teams got through. Hopefully they'll meet more Danish teams over, and the invitees yet to be revealed so far for StarSeries Season 8. But either way, that's it from us here for the qualifiers. That's it from us here for the time being. Obviously, we'll be back with the actual LAN itself. It's been a pretty awesome little week and a bit of Counter-Strike, Mitch. You know, like, a lot of teams have been taking each other on, and a lot of it's been very, very close, I believe. So, GGs are in order, and again, congratulations to Heroic as we close out for another qualifier here for StarSeries and I-League Season 8. Any final words from you, Mitch, before we head out?
Thanks for giving me the heads up this time. No, it's been a pleasure, Jay. We've worked events together, but we've never worked together in a cast. It's been a lot of fun casting with you. And shout out to the beautiful Starladder for having us along. Been a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Heroic can do in the future. And for Tricked, they're a better team than that last map.
Oh, absolutely.
Showcased.
So we'll see whether they can hold it on later on down the road. For now, though, we're going to bid you a farewell, and we'll see you back here next time for the LAN finals of StarSeries and I-League Season 8.